Hello, beautiful ones. It's so thrilling and so wonderful to connect with you today and every day. So, today we're going to answer a question: how to manifest back a relationship with the person that you love. Now, this is a very, very extended topic, and there's so many layers to this. So we're going to approach this in a couple ways to give you some perspectives, because ultimately we want to connect you with remembering how to manifest everything that you want. So when we approach this specific topic, how to manifest back a relationship with the person you love, we're going to approach it from this perspective, that we're going to show you how to manifest back the relationship with the person you love, or better. And the reason why we add that level to it is because ultimately we're here to help you connect with your highest joy. We're here to help you connect with what it is you want on every level. And when we approach this question, there are many layers to it. So we're going to show you how to, again, either manifest back the person you want or better. So if you're on board with that, and you might go, well, I can't think of anything better. Well, then don't worry, because you're going to get whatever it is, you're going to get the best. So if you're okay with manifesting your highest joy, then we're going to proceed with that perspective. So, how to manifest back a relationship with the person you love. The first thing I want to bring to your attention is the concept of manifesting back a relationship. We never actually lose any relationships. All that ever happens is the nature of the relationship and how we're experiencing it in the moment may shift. The first thing I want to bring to your attention is that, because this is going to take a huge sigh of relief off. I promise you, you never lose anyone. And this goes for all of you. And I don't care what nature of the relationship it is. I don't care if the person's in the body right now or not in the body right now. You never lose anyone. You never lose anyone. All that ever happens is the way that you are focusing and interacting with the relationship right now shifts. That's all that ever happens. You never actually lose anyone. So when you start with that perspective, you can first take a big sigh of relief. Because a lot of times when we're feeling stressed about a relationship breaking up, or more accurately, shifting, is that we feel we've lost something irrevocably. And I promise you that never happens. So if you can start from that basis, you can give yourself enough relief and space for you to actually create what you want. Because we're never able to consciously and deliberately create from a space of constriction or fear. You can create from that space, but it's always going to end up being very uphill. So if you can start by saying to yourself, by being aware, not just saying to yourself, being aware that you never truly lose anyone, then you've given yourself the foundation for the rest of this manifestation that we're going to share with you. So you can connect with your highest joy and highest love. All right. So now that you're in the space and awareness that you can never actually lose anyone, so now you can give yourself enough space and room to explore how to manifest back the person you love, or better. So now that you're aware, okay, the nature of my relationship has shifted. The nature of my relationship has shifted. And the first thing to be aware of with yourself is that you are the prime creator of your reality. Okay. And the other thing to be aware of is that you're infinite intelligence. So if you're the prime creator of your reality and your infinite intelligence, for whatever reason, wherever you find yourself right now, this is the best, the prime location you could be right now for everything you want in your journey. That's the next thing to be aware of. So wherever you're at right now, it's so important to be aware and tell yourself, I am exactly where I need to be. I am exactly right where I want to be. This is yes. Okay. This is key. This is the next step for getting everything you want. Because when you're aware, even if you go, oh, but Danielle, why would I put myself in so much pain? No. That's not what we're coming from. What you're coming from is you're saying, okay, I don't know the whys. I don't know the hows yet. And that's okay. Because I know I'm the prime creator, and I know that for whatever reason, where I'm at right now is putting me in the prime location to get my relationship back or better. What could be better than that? You've put yourself right where you need to be. Perfect. Okay. So now that you're aware of that, now that you're aware that you're the prime creator, now that you're aware that you are infinite intelligence, so even if it doesn't make sense to the human mind, you go, that's okay, human mind, doesn't make sense to you right now, but don't worry, we got this covered. Give yourself a breath of relief. Okay. So now what you say to yourself, so now that you're aware of the prime creator, so now you go, okay, well, now get really conscious. So I'm the prime creator. I know that I'm always creating to my highest joy. And for whatever reason, I've created that there's a shift in the relationship. And yet I still feel like going back. And yet I still feel like manifesting back this relationship. So the first thing to say to yourself is, and be aware of, is in all relationships, they're a reflection of you. Every relationship you are co-creating is a reflection of you. And when another person is, now, the other person exists as well, and you exist. And when you come together, it is because you are reflecting to each other exactly what you both want to see in that given moment. So if the relationship shifts and you're not reflecting with each other anymore, it's because for whatever reason, right now, where you're at is your highest joy for both of you. So if you want to come together and reflect again, the question to ask yourself is, what do I see right now? Because right now, remember, you're still in a relationship with the person. The nature of the relationship has shifted. So now you're reflecting in a different way to each other. Now you're reflecting something new. First you were reflecting love, romance, this. Maybe now you're reflecting separation. So you say, okay, if I'm reflecting separation, I want to come together. Where is this perceived separation in myself? Why do I think that me and the person I love must be separate? Because this is what you're believing. You're believing in your reality. You're creating that the person you love, the person you want to be with, is in a relationship apart from you. It's your reality because it's what you're experiencing, but it's not something to take personal. Because listen, what you're doing right now is you're showing yourself. Through this relationship, you are reflecting to yourself how you create. And right now, what you're saying to yourself is, this is where I'm at. I am reflecting separation because I believe my love exists outside of me. So the first thing to do, if you want this back, if you want anything back at all, the first thing to do is to step outside of taking it personally and say, okay, so I created this, and me and my partner, we love each other so much. We are such beings of love for each other that we agreed on some level, we agreed to go from this space of interacting and going, oh, I love you, to going to this space of perceived separation. That's how much we love each other. That's how much of a teacher we are for each other. We are showing each other who we are. And we are not, and they're not showing you who they are. They are showing you who you are. And who you are right now, who you are being, who you are reflecting, is someone who is going, I want a relationship. I want to connect with someone, and they are apart from me. So now you got to ask yourself, how do I bring that back together? Because it's not external. Let me say something. You are not an external to internal creator. You don't find your love by grabbing back this other person. If you want this other person to come back, you start by loving yourself. If you want the representation and the reflection and everything you think that you're getting from this person to come back to you, love yourself. Love yourself the way that you perceive that person loved you. Whatever perception you gave that person of the love that they gave to you, give that to yourself fully right now without needing them. This is the secret. Give yourself that love. If you go, oh, well, that's not good enough, or I need them to love me, then you see it. Because if you think that your love is not good enough for you, that is what you are reflecting. You are reflecting that it's not good enough. You are reflecting that you believe in your reality your love isn't good enough, and then you believe that separation must happen. Because I promise you, if you love yourself fully, if you allow yourself to love yourself fully, then you cannot perceive this. Because even if that person that you love physically moves away from you, you love yourself so much that you go, oh, I'm so happy that this person I love so dearly is taking care of themselves, because clearly they think that their greater joy is away from me, and how beautiful that is. I'm glad that we're connected in this way. I'm glad we are. And now that they've opened themselves up, now I'm open and I'm ready. And now they can either find that they come back to me and we love each other again, because now we're so much more whole, because now he knows how to love himself and I know how to love myself. And now we can have an even more amazing relationship. Or you go, wow, he loves me so much that he knows that this isn't my highest joy. My highest joy isn't being separated. And he loves me so much as a teacher and as a being and as a person that he is going and he's going to love himself. And now I can open myself up to be connected to the person who can reflect this true love back at me, because he can't right now. He doesn't love himself enough to reflect this true love back, and I don't love myself enough to reflect my true love back. Well, that's a silly way to put it. Let's rephrase that, because you do love yourself very much, but you're pretending that you do not. And the reason we know you're pretending is because you're telling a story about how your love is over here with this person, that you need to connect with them so you're okay again. And so here's the beauty. If you can choose to love yourself as fully as you think this person loves you, take away the requirement that this person's loving you and give that to yourself now. Love yourself that way now. Love yourself fully now. Then either this person is going to manifest back in your life and they're going to love you because you love yourself enough that they love you, or because you've loved yourself so much, you suddenly realize you don't need the love of this person anymore, and you've opened yourself up to new possibilities. And perhaps the new possibilities that even in a relationship you didn't even realize would be better than the one that you had before. But either way, you're either going to get the person back that you think you want, or you're going to get an even better version of the relationship. And in any case, you're going to be joy. But it all comes from you choosing to love yourself the way that you perceive that person loved you. And if you believe that in any way that your love isn't good enough, or if you believe you don't deserve the love, then that's where you start. Because until you love yourself fully, no one else will be able to fill that in for you. Until you choose to remember that you do love yourself fully, then all anyone's going to do is they're going to be a teacher for you to show you how to get what you want. Because right now he's being a teacher. Right now she's being a teacher. Right now that person, that friend, that group's being a teacher. And whether it's a romantic relationship, a family relationship, anything, this person is not separate from you. And more accurately, anything you think that this person or this relationship can give you, you must give yourself first. And when you do that, you will have everything you want. A lot of people sometimes resist that, and they go, well, but that can't be as good, or it's not good enough to get it from me. And if it's not good enough to get it from you, it's not going to be good enough to get it from anyone else. The funny part is the moment you give it to yourself, you get it externally as well. You do. A lot of people think if I give it to myself, that means I have to give up the dream of having it externally. No, you get it all. You get it internally and externally. You get all of it. You get to have everything you want. But you gotta make the choice to let yourself have it first. And you're right there. So if you want that path, just say to yourself, and if you want a tool, if you want a bridge, a stepping stone, say to yourself, I love myself enough to create myself right here. I'm the prime creator of my reality. So I know that if I'm right here, this is where my highest joy is. And now I'm opening myself to my highest joy, because I know that I'm going to find what I want. And I trust myself. I trust myself, and I know that I would never put myself in a position where I was separate from my love. So this must be a great opportunity for me to find the truth. And I know that my love and my joy can never be separate, because I am my joy. I am joy. It can never be separate from me. So I know for sure I must just be in an experience right now. And I know for sure that I love myself so much, and the universe loves me so much, and source loves me so much, that they would never, ever, 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 ever create a reality in which I didn't get all the love, all the love that I am. So I know for a fact that if I sit here and if I love myself, that this person's going to come back to me, or I'm going to get something even better that I could never imagine. And I know for sure that everything is okay. And I know for sure that I'm creating the reality I want. And I am at peace. And I am so excited about every single bit of love that I am receiving, and I'm going to continue to receive. Fun, right? Love you. Play with this. Love yourself. And I'm so excited for you because I can see you getting back the relationship that you want in all the forms that delight you. That or better. Love you.